Hello everybody. Today I would like to share with you some conversation between two people. The man said that putting the foot on the left of the plate and lying the apple on the right. The woman wanted to know what about the water plastic. The man said that I went around the plate. The man told the woman to put the pot on the left of the plate and knife and spoon on the right. The woman wanted to know what about the water plastic. The man answered to her, they went about of the plate.
Put in the pot on the left, and knife and spoon on the right of the plate. The woman wanted to know, what about the other left? The man replied, they went above of the plate. The man suggested, put in the plate on the left of the plate, and leave that spoon on the right. The woman wanted to know, what about the other left? The man commented, they went above the plate. The man said to the woman, that morning his time to be letter, and he had found the rain from going from the plate. The woman wanted to know, what about the English letter? The man replied to her, that had been the first letter he had found. He had made a go to coffee.
The man said to the woman that morning he tried a single letter and he had signed the day before correspondence. The woman wanted to know what about the English letter. The man replied to her that had been the first letter he had tried. He had made those two copies.
The man said to the woman, that morning he tied 16 letters, and he had filed the day before correspondence. The woman wanted to know, what about McGinnis' letter? The man replied to her, that had been the first letter. He had typed, he had made those two copies.
The man said to the woman that morning he typed 16 letters and he had signed the day before correspondence. The woman wanted to know what about McGinnis' letter. The man replied to her that had been the first letter he had typed. He had made those two copies.
The man accepted the man's best corner had met the corner in the corner. The man right that had been easier to do before material could become cheaper and less harmful for the environment. The man commented, the company produced a range of environmentally safe packaging.
The man A said to the man B, Ben's father had made a fortune in cardboard. The man B replied, that had been easier to do before synthetic material had become cheaper and less harmful for the environment. The man A commented that the company produced a range of environmentally safe packaging.
The man A said to the man B, Ben's father had made a fortune in cardboard. The man B replied that it had been easier to do before. Synthetic material had become cheaper and less harmful for the environment. The man A commented that the company produced a range of environmentally safe packaging.
The man A said to the man B, Ben's father had a fortune in cardboard. The man B replied, that had been easier to do before synthetic material had become cheaper and less harmful for the environment. The man A commented that the company produced a range of environmentally safe packaging.
The woman wanted to know what time was it. The man replied to her that 5 minutes longer. He thought maybe his plan had been late. The woman commented, it didn't fall through. they would take a taxi home.
The woman wanted to know what time that was then. The man replied to her that 5 minutes after. He thought maybe his plane had been late. The woman commented if he didn't call soon, they would a taxi home.
The woman wanted to know what time that was at. The man replied to her that 5 minutes after he thought maybe his plane had been late. The woman commented if he didn't call soon, they would take a taxi home.
The woman wanted to know what time her heart was then. The man replied to her that 5 minutes after. He thought maybe his land had been late. The woman commented if he didn't call soon, they would take a taxi home.
The woman was surprised by the call. She said, "It looks like a new call." The man replied to her that a little police and this would be ready. The woman commented she didn't even remember when the old caller had been smacked.
The woman was surprised by the car. She said it looked like a new car. The man replied to her that a little polished and it would be ready. The woman commented she didn't even remember when the old caller had been late.
The woman was surprised by the car. She said it looked like a new car. The man replied to her that a little polished and it would be ready. The woman commented she didn't even remember when the old caller had been late.
The woman was surprised by the car. She said it looked like a new car. The woman replied to her that a little polished and it would be ready. The woman commented she didn't even remember when the old caller had been late.
The woman said to the man, if they didn't stop raining by Saturday, they would have to cancel the fare. The man is really hurt. He suggested calling the door in the school gym. The woman explained they had checked. The gym and auditorium were both booked.
The woman said to the man if it didn't stop raining by Saturday, they would have to cancel the fair. The man disagreed with her. He suggested holding it indoors in school gym. The woman explained she had checked. The gym and auditorium were both booked.
The woman said to the man if it didn't stop raining by Saturday, they would have to cancel the fair. The man disagreed with her. He suggested holding it indoors in school gym. The woman explained he had checked. The gym and auditorium were both booked.
The woman said to the man if it didn't stop raining by Saturday, they would have to cancel the fair. The man disagreed with her. He suggested holding it indoors in school gym. The woman explained she had checked. The gym and auditorium were both booked.
The man suggested Jim wet his fingers, and then he said if they followed that path, they would have to wade through the stream. The man commented, but according to that, there was a bridge. The man replied that not that more, but the garden was beneath it.
The man A suggested seeing where his finger. He said if they follow that path, they would have to wade into through the stream. The man B commented, but according to that, there were a bridge. The man A replied that not anymore, but the water was not deep.
The man suggested seeing where his finger was. Then he said if they follow that path, they would have to move way into through the street. The man commented, but according to that, there was a bridge. The man A replied that not anymore, but the water wasn't deep.
The man A started seeing where his finger was bent. He said if they followed that path, they could have two way into through the stream. The man B commented, but according to that, they were a bridge. The man A replied, that not anymore, but the water wasn't deep.
The woman I suggested sending that package by registered mail and issuing it for $8,000. The woman B replied that to insure for that amount, we would need to disclose the content. The woman A agreed with her, and what she wanted to know if she had to fill out a special document.
The woman A suggested sending that package by registered mail and insuring it for $8,000. The woman B replied that to insure for that amount, she would need to disclose the contents. The woman A agreed with her and wanted to know if she had to fill out a special document.
The woman I suggested sending that package by registered mail and insuring it for $8,000. The woman B replied that to insure for that amount, she would need to disclose the content. The woman A agreed with her and wanted to know if she had to fill out a special document.
The woman I started sending that package by registered mail and insuring it for $8,000. The woman B replied that to insure for the amount, she would need to disclose the content. The woman I agreed with her and wanted to know if she had to fill out a special document.
The man wanted to know if the woman wrote enough mail. The woman agreed with him and she added that on different sides. The man commented, we should finish the closest on time.
The man wanted to know if the woman brought enough nails. The woman agreed with him and she added that on different sizes. The man commented they should finish that closet on time.
The man wanted to know if if the woman brought enough nails. The woman agreed with him, and she added that on different sides. The man commented they should finish that closet on time.
The man wanted to know if the woman brought enough nails. The woman agreed with him and she added that on different sizes. The man commented they should finish that closet on time.
The man wanted to know if he was the only one who ever cleaned up around there. The woman was sorry about that. She said she would fix the dishes after dinner. The man suggested cleaning up the rest of the kitchen too.
The man wanted to know if he was the only who ever cleaned up around there. The woman was sorry about that. She said she would did the dishes after dinner. The man suggested cleaning up the rest of kitchen too.
The man wanted to know if he was the only who ever cleaned around there. The woman was sorry about that. She said she would be this after dinner. The man suggested cleaning up the rest of the kitchen too.
The man wanted to know if he was the only who ever cleaned up around there. The woman was sorry about that. She said she would do the dish after dinner. The man started cleaning up the rest of kitchen too.
The man said to the woman, her total came to $25 and 55 cents. The woman gave him his $30. The man gave her the check. It was $4 and 55 cents. He wanted to know if they had enjoyed the meal. The woman commented, it had been delicious. She sent her compliment to the chef because he was very talented. The man agreed with her and he said the chef was a millionaire and they also the manager who was very smart to hire him.
The man said to the woman, her total came to $25.65. The woman gave him $30. The man gave her the change, equal $4.35. He wanted to know if she had enjoyed her meal. The woman commented, it had been delicious. She sent her compliment to the chef because he was very talented. The man agreed with her and said that the chef was new there. They all think the manager who was very smart to hire him.
The man said to the woman, her total comes to $25.65. The woman gave him $30. The man gave her the change, equal $4.35. She wanted to know if she had enjoyed her meal. The woman commented, it, it had been delicious. She sent her compliment to the chef because he was very talented. The man agreed with her and said the chef was new there. They owed him the manager who was very smart to hire it.
The man said to the woman, her total come to $25.65. The woman gave him $20. The man gave her the change, equal $4.25. He wanted to know if she had enjoyed her meal. The woman commented, it had been delicious. She sent her compliment to the chef because he was very talented. The man agreed with her and said that the chef was new there, and they all think the manager who was very smart to hire him. The woman complained that the driver was better to get there soon or they would miss their plane. She wanted to confirm if it took at least 30 minutes to get to the airport from there. The man started relaxing because when he called to the cab company, they said the driver would be there by 6 o'clock. That gave them plenty of time. The woman commented she would read the paper while they were waiting because that would distract her. The man said that was a good idea. He wanted her to hand him the editorial section.
The woman complained that the driver was better to get there soon, or they would miss their plane. She wanted to confirm if it took at least 30 minutes to get to the airport from there. The man started relaxing because when he called to the cab company, they said the driver would be there by 6 o'clock. That gave them plenty of time. The woman commented she would read the paper while they were waiting because that would distract her. The man said that was a good idea. She wanted her handy the editorial section.
The woman complained that the driver was better to get there soon or they would miss their plane. She wanted to confirm if it took at least 30 minutes to get to the airport from there. The man suggested relaxing because when he called to the cab company, they said the driver would be there by 6 o'clock. They gave them plenty of time. The woman commented she would read the paper while they were waiting because that would distract her. The man said that was a good idea. He wanted her to hand him the editorial session.
The woman complained that the rider was better to get there soon, or they would miss the plane. She wanted to confirm if it took only 30 minutes to get to the airport from there. The man suggested relaxing because when he called the cab company, they said that the rider would be there by 6 o'clock. They gave them plenty of time. The woman commented she could read the paper while they were waiting because that would distract her. The man said that was a good idea. He wanted her to hand him the editorial section. The man wanted to know if there would be a movie on that flight. The woman agreed with him. He said they were getting ready to reserve lunch, and when that had done, they would show the movie. The man was happy about that. He thought it was a funny movie because he got nervous on the long flight and loved have him relax. The woman commented that they had plenty of magazine on board if he would like to read one while he was waiting for the movie.
The man wanted to know if there would be a movie on that plane. The woman agreed with him. She said they were getting ready to reserve lunch, and when that had done, they would show the movie. The man was happy about that. He hoped it was a funny movie because he got nervous on those long flights, and laughing helped him relax. The woman commented that they had plenty of magazines on board if he'd like to read one while he was waiting for the movie.
The man wanted to know if there would be a movie on that flight. The woman agreed with him. She said they were getting ready to reserve lunch then, and when that happened, they would show the movie. The man was happy about that. He hoped he hoped it was a funny movie because it was nervous on those long flights and laughing helped him relax. The woman commented that they had plenty of magazines on board if he'd like to read on while he was waiting for the movie.
The man wanted to know if there would be a movie on that flight. The woman agreed with him. She said they were getting ready to reserve lunch then, and when that had done, they would show the movie. The men were happy about that. She hoped it was a funny movie because, because he got nervous on those long flights and laughing helped him relax. The woman commented that they had plenty of magazines on board if he would like to read on while he was waiting for the movie.
The woman suggested booking a flight to Miami Beach for the following weekend. The man was certain about that and wanted to know if they would be needing a rental car and hotel reservation. The woman disagreed with him. She explained that she would be staying with relatives. Her cousin was getting married. The man was surprised by that and he commented that much more fun than a business trip.
The woman suggested booking a flight to Miami Beach for the following weekend. The man was certain about that and wanted to know if she would be needing a rental car and hotel reservation. The woman disagreed with him. She planned that she would be staying with relatives. Her cousins were getting married. The man was surprised by that, and he commented, "That's much more fun than a business trip."
The woman suggested booking a flight to the Miami beach for the following weekend. The man was sensitive about that and wanted to know if she would be needing a rental car and hotel reservations. The woman disagreed with him. She explained that she would be staying with her relative. Her cousin was getting married. The man was surprised by that, and he commented, "That's much more fun than a business trip."
The woman suggested booking a flight to Miami Beach for the following weekend. The man was concerned about that and wanted to know if she would be needing a rental car and hotel reservation. The woman disagreed with him. She explained that she would be staying with relatives. Her cousins were getting married. The man was surprised by that, and he commented, "That's much more fun than a business trip."
The man said to the woman that the doctor would be with her shortly because she was still with her last patient. The woman complained that her appointment had been too frequent and it was until 13 already, and her took age was very bothering her. The man was so sorry about that. He explained. The doctor had a very busy day. There had been several emergencies. The woman commented she couldn't wait any longer to take a note. Then she suggested changing her appointment to another day.
The man said to the woman that the doctor would be with her shortly because she was still with her last patient. The woman complained that her appointment had been for 2:15 and it was 2:30 already, and her toothache were really bothering her. The man was so sorry about that. He explained the doctor had had a busy day. There had been several emergencies. The woman commented she couldn't wait any longer to take her now. Then she suggested changing her appointment to another day.
The man said to the woman that the doctor would be with her shortly because she was still she was still with her last patient. The woman complained that her appointment had been for for 2:15, and it was 2:30 already, and her toothache was really bothering her. She The man was so sorry about that. He explained the doctor had had this day. That there had been several emergencies. The woman commented she couldn't wait any longer to take up. Oh no. Then then she suggested changing her appointment to another day.
The man said to the woman that the doctor would be with her shortly because she had still with her last patient. The woman com- complained. The woman complained that her appointment had been for 2:15 and it was 2:30 already, and her toothache were already bothering her. The man was sorry about that. He explained the doctor had had a busy day. There had been several emergencies. The man commented she couldn't wait any longer to take or no. Then she suggested changing her appointment to another day.